All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good Monday morning, everybody. Monday, what, the 9th, 10th, something? 9th. Man, it's flying by. Good morning. What's happening? Who's on here? Is this thing on? Oh, shoot. Get all the buttons and switches pressed. Sometimes I forget a couple things, but that's all right. It's my show. Yeah, Dan Bennett, breaking the tape. Good to see you, buddy. Well, not the result we were looking for from the football game last night, but nonetheless, congrats to the Seahawks. Yeah, Patriots. Things look good for the future. So, good morning, Zach Clark. How are you? Y'all stay up and watch the game. This is like I think the biggest sick day for people that work in corporate, right? Ever, right? You guys that own your own businesses, get up and go to work. People that are like, I think I'll take a PTO day today. It's up a little late having the brats, the dip, all the things. Justin Kohler is here. Good morning, Rachel. Are you back? I think you are. Locke Johnson, what's happening? Dave Davis from Denver is here. Yeah. Morning, Rick Turner, my brother. A special thank you, a shout out to him for absolutely smashing this place yesterday. I had a few heavy things I wanted to get moved and call that a win. And then we took a look at the treadmill. We're like, boy, I'd like to get that up over the hill. And the hill has snow on it. So we shrink wrapped that thing, strapped it to a dolly, and talked about going up over the stairs, talked about putting it in a sled. The sled thing won, out over the patio, up over the hill. We bulldogged that thing into the truck. It's got to weigh, just probably 300 pounds of just dead weight. You can't even move it, So it's one of those curved treadmills with a rubber lugged track, and it's just heavy. So we got it. So Rick, thank you. I'm a little sore today, forearms, hands, gripping, and all that stuff. So I'm glad there's not one more day of filling the truck. So yeah, Justin's mom, good to see you. Elizabeth Greer, hello there. Catherine Thomas, Josh Baker. You got a good thing going when people's mom shows up. You know what I mean? It's good. I like it. Hope we get something. Hope you get something out of it. Bob Turner, Coach Bob Turner on YouTube. Ben Bryant looking for me on YouTube. So Superior Pawns. It was Bootstrap. Yeah, I changed it recently. So we'll get the link in there for you. Richard Nordheim. Richard. That's old. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Michael Moeller is here. Yeah. Where were you guys yesterday? I had like 9 people. It was tumbleweed blowing through this thing yesterday. Oh, Ben, I don't know what you're up to, but you're lighting up my Instagram with your questions. Cannot for the life of me find your YouTube. Come on, kid. Good morning, Dad. How are you? Yeah, Patriots. Man, they couldn't get anything going last night. That was tough to watch for an average football fan at best. I was like, man, can't get. They were just getting run over. Will Campbell, I bet he's a little sore this morning. They had a freight train hitting him all night. But yeah, they had a. I think Vrabel said, we had a great year, and the game didn't reflect kind of the year they had. So hey, that's why they play the game, right? So there you go, Ben. I see you now. That's why they play the game. So all that's done, and we're on to, in the words of Belichick, we're on to basketball. Whatever. How about them Celtics, Red Sox, all that? Geez, it won't be long before the pitchers and catchers report, and they fill the buses and head them down to Fort Myers or wherever they're playing their spring ball now. So Campbell, the offensive line, played terrible last night. Couldn't block a pillow. Yeah, I don't know if they played terrible. I just think they got outplayed. And there's a chance they may have gotten outcoached. The way I look at it, Vrabel knows the game, but first trip here, it might have gotten outcoached a little bit. So I don't know. Seems like the The Seahawks had the drop on them, so to speak. So, good morning, Pete. How are you? That's the end of my high-level football analysis. So, Jess Novak is here. Woo Sox games, Dan Bennett says. Yeah. Ben's watching the Olympics. Yeah, for sure. So good. Yeah. Love to see you guys here. Appreciate so many people jumping on this morning. And it's a balmy 9 degrees here. Dave Howard, what's happening? Good to see you, man. You predicted the win yesterday, so I'll give you that. We'll talk about why you're not a Pats fan later, or something like that. Yeah, up early this morning. Only a 68 on the sleep score, but it's kind of to be expected given the hurting I put on myself yesterday. Yeah, having 2 Bobs on my screen is a bit much. Good morning, Argentina. What is happening? Yeah, so today I want to talk about going from taking values and creating standards from them. 9.5 for Pete. Love to see it. Yeah, how alignment actually happens. I want to try to help you guys, see how values turn into daily behavior instead of remaining just good intentions, right? You can say, well, I've got values. One of them's family. Well, if we looked at how you go through your day, would that be reflective of your values? Okay. Most people don't struggle knowing their values. They can rattle them off. Things are important, but values without standards, they're just ideas. It's just lip service, right? Alignment doesn't happen through intention. Okay. It happens through standards. That's why I always have the thing up here on the shelf. Standards. Okay. Values equal what you care about. Standards equal how you behave. Good morning, Wiley. Good to see you. So without standards, values get overridden by pressure. Right? And pressure doesn't break values. It exposes the lack of standards underneath them. Okay. So value is the belief. Standard is the behavior. Okay. This is what we're doing to uphold our values. Okay. Yesterday we talked about alignment. Okay. Where actions and values can drift, right? Today's about closing that gap. All right. So this is how values become real, and you can call it a standard. Should have worn my standard shirt today. Got the first form one on. Anyway, a little chilly down here. Yeah. It's amazing when you take the furniture out of a place, it just kind of cools it off, it seems like. So good morning, Bubba Hogan. What's happening? Eli is here as well. He's only a 3.5. Someone had the heat on at 77. Airbnb. Peeling that tongue off the roof of your mouth. Yeah. Oh, man, that's a long night. One leg out with the fan on, that kind of thing. Let's talk about some real examples, okay, of like a standards translation, standards values to standards translation, okay? Let's talk about, here's a value, family, right? So the standard could be no phone during dinner, home by a set time, calendar protected, blocked out the times that you want to do things, right? So without the standard, those standards, the family value just loses to urgency, right? It just kind of goes by the wayside. Well, they'll always be there. I got to get a few things done here first, right? How about another value? Health. So the value equals health. The standard might equal having a sleep window, or having your training days scheduled, or having some food rules during the week. Like, I'm not eating that. This is what I am eating. I've meal prepped. So health isn't valued when it's optional. Ooh, only 3 degrees in New York. And how about integrity as a value, right? The standard would be like hard conversations within 24 to 48 hours, no avoiding discomfort, and then clear expectations. So integrity lives in action, not intention. Right? Integrity lives in action, not intention. You can have the best intentions in the world, but if you're not taking action, then do you really have the standard that reflects integrity? Maybe not. Last one, freedom. So the value might be freedom. The standard could be, delegation rules. Here are the things that I'm going to delegate. I'm not going to micromanage. Not doing work others should own. Like, what's our process for that? Who owns that? Okay. Clear decision lanes. So freedom without structure is chaos. Looks like Wendy's on there posing as me, putting the links in. Thank you. Yeah, freedom without structure is chaos. Just, we'll just deal with it as it comes, right? That's chaos, okay? So people get stuck, all right? They set values once a year, all right? Whether it's, they call it a New Year's resolution or goal planning or whatever, right? They never translate them into rules. It's like, the value might be fitness. Well, they don't set any rules, like I'm going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever it is, right? And then pressure shows up in various forms. And here come those old habits. The old habits kick in and they win. So the week doesn't break alignment, right? The course of the week and the things that happen to it don't break the alignment. The lack of standards does. So here comes pressure. It's okay. I have a standard. We go to the gym on Wednesdays. We go to the gym, then we deal with the pressure. Okay. Unless it's on fire underwater, right? So I always talk about making a shift when we're on this call and we're doing this, guys, trying to get a shift in mindset, right? Think about this framework: one value, one standard, one behavior. Yes, Rachel, I'm moving. When on vacation, see the patchwork on the wall? Yeah, I'll recap that in a minute. So one value, one standard, one behavior. For example, a value could be health. That's one value. One standard could be sleep before 10:30. One behavior could be phone off by 9:45. So value, standard, behavior. Alignment's not complicated, guys, just uncomfortable, right? It's like, I want to have better health. No, I got to get to bed before 10:30. Yeah, but got to turn the phone off at 9:45. Well, I don't know. So is it really a standard? Might be a value, but you haven't turned it into a standard by creating the behavior. Okay. So kind of a Monday alignment here, guys. All right. Here's my ask for you. Write down one core value. What's a value that you have? One core value. Should be easy. One core value. And then define one clear standard that supports it. I just used the gym thing again. So my value is health. Core value is health or health and fitness. One clear standard that supports it is I go to the gym 3 times a week, right? One behavior that you commit to would be getting your clothes out the night before, or packing your bag, or whatever it is, or calling your accountability partner, say, I'll be there at 6. Whatever it is. So one core value, one clear standard, one behavior. Value, standard, behavior. Think that. Okay. If you remember nothing else from today, value, standard, behavior. So what value are you turning into a standard this week? Think about it, because it's really just talk. If you just have, values, I have integrity, but we'll handle that problem employee later. One of my values is freedom, but I don't want to give up any of this work that I do, because nobody does it like me. Okay. So what behavior changes starting today? What value are you turning into a standard this week? And what behavior do you need to change starting today? All right. To create the standard to support that value. Guys, it's not about doing more, right? No, more. Just do more, right? It's about living truer, like walking the walk, doing what you say you're going to do. If you raise your standards, the alignment will follow, because it's very simple. I remember back a year or so ago, one of my clients said, I don't want to go to the gym today, but here I am, because this is just who I am now. Cool. Right? One core value, one clear standard, and one behavior. Simple, right? Easier said than done. Trust me, I know. Easier said than done. But start with something small. One core value, one clear standard, and one behavior. Howdy, Jace Hunter. Ben, let him know. 8:15 doesn't cut it, Jace. We start at 8, buddy. Sharp. Don't forget to check out Tyler Kirk's Legacy Media. He can help you. A lot of you guys asked me about Go High Level. He can help you with that as well. Yeah, check out 21 Digital for all your social media needs. That's Bailey's social media management company. She's in Dallas. She can help you out wherever you are. Don't forget to check out the Steve Rosenberg website and our crew inside the En Route program, as well as our daily sales accelerator. 5 days a week teaching sales. Monday, mindset. Tuesday, objections. Wednesday, revenue. Thursday, role plays. And Friday is Free Will Friday, where people like Bubba come on and tell you what's up, help you out with your stuff. Okay? Don't forget to check out the Live Like Jet Foundation that was put in place by Steve to honor the legacy, the memory and legacy of his late son, Jet, who passed away due to a motorcycle accident a couple of years back. I think it's coming up on 3 years now, but not something I would wish on anyone. And check out the Love and Kindness Threads Etsy page Wendy has. All right. Up to 358 subscribers on YouTube now. Check it out, huh? I think we put 349 behind us for good. So check out the YouTube page. Ben, I hope you subscribed. I think you did. And comment, like, all that stuff. I appreciate it. And Rachel, yes, we are moving. So Wendy and I decided, we were sitting around one day and said, how could we complicate our lives? Let's put the condo on the market. So we have a real connection to Maine's highest peak, which is called Katahdin, and it's up in the northern part of the state. So we decided, well, we don't know where we're going to live, but we know we want to be up that way. It's about 3 hours north of where we are right now. So until we figure out where we're going to land, we'll be staying at my brother Dave's place on it's Plunkett Pond, but also called Perry Pond in Benedicta, Maine. So that's up there a bit. So we'll be about 3 hours north of where we are right now. And then once we get settled in there, we'll be looking around that area and see if we can pry something loose that has a view of the mountain. So that's the goal. Yeah, thanks. Love it. One core value, one clear standard, one behavior. Absolutely. Yeah, and the reason we're doing that, guys, mostly is like, this is my place. Was my place before Wendy came along, and I know she's okay with it, but I really want to create our place, and that's important to me, and I know that makes her feel good too. So we're gonna create our own home together, which will be cool. A little bit bittersweet, because if I could take this building and just pick it up and move it up there, I would, because I like the layout. I like the room. I like the space. We got the gym. We got room to do this. We've got guest room and bath and, all that stuff. A nice open area upstairs. So yeah, we will be homeless in effect, but only until I change the locks on Dave's door. Shoot. Yeah, Pete, and I know I can always land at your office. Actually, the 2 storage containers are being delivered tomorrow, Pete. If you could just back them into that nice big heated garage you have, I would appreciate that. We'll grab them sometime in the next year. Yeah, don't forget the Summit podcast. I was talking to Eric Triplett yesterday, and he gave me a bunch of tips on podcasting. He's like, dude, I followed your content for 6 months. I didn't know you had a podcast. So that means I've done a crappy job promoting it. Also need to do an intro, some music. We got to get some intro and some music on the intro and step things up a little bit. So we'll be working on that. So yes, definitely squatters. Yeah, for sure. Happy moving. Good luck with all that. You find something. There'd be more Dave Howard. Will there be more Dave Howard appearances? I hope so. Dave has changed his work schedule. So he's catching us on Saturday and Sunday for sure. But he's also like working like 7 days a week. So, so yeah, Dave's a staple around here. I think I called him the wallpaper once. Yeah, maybe another Dave Turner appearance as well. Yeah, for sure. He did take the Christmas tree down at his place, so there's that. We'll get him on here, and we got to get Wendy back on too because we want to talk about her love and kindness initiative and mission, and her T-shirts and hoodies and all that jazz. So we got a big order coming. I say we like I'm a co-owner. She has a big order coming in very soon. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. And we're going to hope to find a place with a pond. Maybe we could have a pond retreat there, and you and Bubba could, and who else is doing ponds in here? We could have all you guys that know how to do ponds come up and create this backyard water feature for us. How would that be? Yeah, if you need Bubba. Right. Yeah, we're looking to be closer to what we call camp. Some of you guys call it the cabin. Closer to that, get there quicker, easier. Yeah, just I don't want to say simpler life, but less noise, maybe. And we have a condo here. It's not attached to anything. It's a house-ominium, I would call it. And so it's about 20 feet between units, but we have 2 dogs and we let them out, and inevitably someone else will come out and then they take off. And so a little quieter existence. We're right on Route 302, so a little bit noisy, but I've dealt with it for 7 or 8 years, and it's good. We got everything we need right here. So yeah, so we'll make it. We'll have fun with it. We always call it what we do Bob and Wendy's Great Adventures, whatever we're doing on the weekend or whatever. Yeah, live pond building on the 365. We'd have to do that one live stream, right, Rachel? For sure. So beautiful backyard pond bonanza, for sure. Yeah, that'll be fun. We've identified a couple of places up that way that we might might take a run at, but we're not sure. Jimmy's doing okay. Circulation wise, Roy, he's struggling. Lower leg stuff, got some blockages. And he's fighting a battle that I don't have a lot of good solutions for, I'm afraid. So he's doing okay, but not great. But holding tough, fighting like hell. So and I'm due to go over and hang out, visit for a bit. So once he calms down from the Super Bowl, I think stop in and see him. But yeah, we've been going hard in the paint, as Wendy says over here. Rick came over yesterday, my brother, and we just smoked this place. And what I was trying to do is get all the big stuff I could get. We got a U-Haul for a y'all truck for a day and a half or so, and man, we just filled that thing. We took 4 trips. We got a cold, I call it cold storage, but non-climatized storage unit, and then a climate controlled storage unit for all the furniture stuff and things that I don't want getting musty or mildewy or whatever. But we did have to go back to Costco, buy another 15 totes though. I think they're watching us now. Like, who's this couple that comes in just keeps buying totes? That's the way to go. Put a duct tape label on the end, and man, everything. Getting the weights out of here was rough. Wendy and Rick did most of that while I was pulling stuff out of the other storage area. And a couple 300 pounds worth of dumbbells, a couple 300 pounds worth of rubber bumper plates, 200 or 300 pounds worth of steel, and that whole weight set. It's got a Major Fitness B52 had to come apart. And when I put it together, I'm like, I'm never taking this thing apart. So I took that apart. Yeah. Podcast is the Summit Podcast. I think, Wendy, if you haven't put the link, could you pop that on there? Lee, I think you would enjoy that. Maybe we'll get you on as a guest sometime. How would that be? Ice skating. Yeah, we do that, Pete. We did survive another Costco trip, but I'm going to tell you, those people there are rigged for bear. They're ready to rock. Okay. They don't mess around, and they're coming straight at you with those big metal carts, and they don't care. They don't mind at all. Yeah, we recently got 30. I always say, I think we're up to 80 of those things. But yeah, the people at Costco don't play. And the dude up by the self-checkout doesn't play either. Like, he's like, get over here. I see 2 empty registers over there. I'm like, yeah, but we want to use self-check. Get over there. They'll take care of you. I'm like, all right, settle down, Francis. Yeah, they do move people well there. And I'll tell you what, you go down into that food section, and I mean, I think I could probably throw on 20 pounds at one Costco trip, just on the samples and hanging out down in there. So yeah, Lee, the podcast is on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts, and it's on YouTube as well. So the YouTube link is here. Yeah, so I'm trying to streamline a lot of that stuff, and I'm getting organized with that. I want to get an intro done to the podcast. It's time. We're approaching 100 episodes. So I'm subscribed to Bob Turner. It doesn't show Summit. That might be the YouTube. Yeah. So Summit podcast, all the podcast episodes are on there, Lee. So I can show you offline if you want, but I can DM you. So, but if you want to listen to it, you can do it on Spotify. You can do it on Apple Podcasts. And then if you want to watch them, because I've had great guests like Bubba Hogan on there a couple of times, you can check that out. So anyway, I'll be on the DSA today, guys. If you're a member of our Rosenberg community, for our daily sales accelerator calls Monday through Friday. Today is Mindset Monday, so I'll be handling that call, and I'll be back there on Friday as well, and a whole bunch of stuff in between. So Bubba's on there helping us out with that. As one of our coaches, Richard Nordheim is on, and of course Steve Rosenberg. So Steve usually pops in if he's around. I think he's flying in from Honolulu this morning. If his schedule is accurate, I think he's still in the air, or maybe just touching down. So anyway, lots to do, lots to think about. We're down to 18 days before we need to vacate the premises. We'll be thrown out. So my next challenge is what to do with this hot tub on the patio. Can't just empty it right yet because she'll freeze up solid. Hey, I'll empty it and slide it in the door. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, it's probably going with us. We like that. It's a handy little rig. And when you get banged up like we are, it's good to jump in there too. So anyway, guys, thanks for jumping on. Please share it out if you don't mind. Share it, send it to somebody in the DM. Let's keep building. Love to see a bunch of you here, and just leveling up at business and life. And remember, okay, values to standards. Okay, value, standard, behavior. Think about that. All right, Rachel, welcome back. Appreciate you. Glad you guys are here. Dave Davis, keep going on 75 hard. Justin, thanks for popping in, and thanks for getting your mom interested in hanging out with us. We can't be that corny if she's showing up, which is good. So Roy Dahl with the Ducks, pop a fist pump in the chat if this left some impact on you or landed with you in any way. And if you're going to share it out, Roy probably already has. He's like the gold standard of sharing in this group. So I appreciate you guys that do all that. We got stuff to do. Have a great Monday and an even better week, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Love you guys. Take care. Appreciate you, Richard. Later. Thank you.